Hi, welcome to Shiny Newt's educational series of classes. This is Joomla Highlights, lesson number 1 in a series of classes designed to introduce Joomla. Do you know what Joomla is? Do you know why it's used? Or were you working along and someone asked you to start writing articles for their Joomla site? Or maybe they asked you to start maintaining their Joomla site. Well, what's Joomla? In the infamous words of Douglas Adams, don't panic. Joomla is not hard. In fact, it was designed to be easy to use so that non-technical people can modify websites. When I think about Joomla, 4 basic things pop into my mind. Firstly, Joomla is a content management system. This is sometimes called a CMS, and Joomla being for websites, it's also called a Web Content Management System, or WCMS. There are other content management systems available for use. Some are free and some are commercial products. Joomla is popular though, so that's a good reason to learn it. Joomla is a marketable skill. Joomla is popular because it is community maintained, similar to Linux. Joomla is free under GNU license. The second highlight on Joomla is it's easy to build complex sites. Designers can build relatively fancy sites or complicated sites quickly. How long does it take to code a site with usernames and passwords so that you can have restricted access pages? Well, a default Joomla installation will do this. Thirdly, the content of the website is completely separate from the formatting. Think of the content as words on the website. The formatting consists of things like headings are large, dark blue in color, and normal text is black with white serif font. The content might be a banana is a fruit that grows on a tree. Completely separate. Fourthly, pages are generated on the fly. The web pages you create don't actually exist. That's right, they don't exist. The pages don't exist until it is called. The pages, the HTML code, are generated on the fly. Content management systems, or CMSs, are designed to make it easier to publish content or articles on the web. With content management systems, people with no technical knowledge can add stuff to websites. It's just about as complicated as using a word processor. What's more, authors can add content to the website, but the formatting is controlled by the website, so the website still looks uniform and professional. Joomla is controlled by a web-based graphical user interface. It was designed for easy management. Joomla is also nice for web designers because you can do a lot with a minimal amount of work. For years, people have built websites by rebuilding all the pieces and parts. Other industries don't do this. If you build a car, you use wheels that already exist. You don't redesign the wheel. Joomla makes it easy to use wheels or components that other people have written and integrate them into a website with relative ease. Only minimal web design skills are needed. These components are called extensions, and they can be found at extensions.joomla.org. Some of the extensions are free, and some of them must be purchased. Extensions are pieces of code that you don't have to program yourself. You find the program and add it to your site. There are over 3,000 extensions available. There are programs that control access to the website, guest books, polls, surveys, quizzes, testimonials, suggestions, ads and affiliates, blogs, video galleries, podcasts, e-cards, tags and clouds, games, menus, calculators, and authoring tools, and more. There are special components available for different industries, including booking and reservations, books and libraries, education, food and beverage, real estate taxes and mortgages, and vehicles. The text and design of the website are completely separate. The website's design and formatting is separate from the website's content in a content management system. The entire look and feel of a website can be changed without touching the content. Joomla's web pages don't actually exist until they're called. They're created dynamically on the fly as they're needed. Notice the URL for this web page, http://shinynewts.com/index.php/blog. How does a content management system work? Well, a user requests a web page. They do that by going to their browser and typing in a URL. So you might be sitting at Firefox or Explorer, Safari, or Chrome, and type in http://shinynewts.com. Once you type in that URL and hit return, your browser goes out and looks for that page. The browser hits the file index.php, which is actually a program. The program generates the desired web page and sends it back to your browser. Your browser then displays that web page. Look at this URL, http://shinynewts.com/index.php/blog. HTTP is the protocol. ShinyNewts.com, that's my domain name. Index.php is a file. This one happens to be an executable file, otherwise known as a program. /blog is past index.php, and it says, aha, let's go get the blog. The index.php file is the program that generates the code, the HTML, to display the blog page. It passes that HTML code back to your browser. When the program index.php is called, it might need other information. So index.php will access whatever it needs. It might need information from the database, so it gets that. Joomla uses a MySQL database. It might need information from subprograms or components, extensions, so it'll go get that information. It'll also need to know how to format the page, and it'll pull that from the template. So in summary, the highlights of Joomla are it's a content management system. Designers can build fancy sites quickly. Content and formatting are completely separate from each other, and the pages don't exist. They're created on the fly. I hope you enjoyed lesson number 1, Joomla Highlights. Lesson number 2, how to add an article, will be available shortly.